Fortnite Simpsons season has leaked, and the new map holds a huge secret. As we take a look at the full battle pass, free rewards you don't want to miss, and everything else that's new, because even though we're over a week away until this season starts, this image gives us so much detail, and we know the battle pass skins. It's going to include Homer, that can be seen right here in the forefront of the image, most likely be the tier 1 skin, and holding a hammer that will also be his pickaxe. Marge, his wife, is right next to him, holding a vacuum cleaner double-handed pickaxe, and will also be included in the battle pass, but I'm pretty sure her hair won't be included in her hitbox. There's a crossover with Blinky and Fishstick, as he's got 3 eyes. After being radiated by the plow plant and becoming mutated, this is the perfect crossover, but not the only one in the battle pass. You can also see him holding a weapon, confirming the return of, unfortunately, not the Scar, but the Striker assault rifle. It's not quite as good, but it does give us our first confirmed Simpsons weapon. And in the sky, you can see Ned Flanders flying in. Because this is a mini season, there'll be 5 skins in total, so less than a normal battle pass, with the final one being none other than Peely Simpson. Taking almost like a generic Simpsons face and putting it on top of Peely. This is probably the closest you'll ever get to owning the original Peely skin if you didn't get him. He's also holding a gun, this time the Thunder Shotgun, confirming another gun in the game, alongside a lot of new Simpsons exclusive items and weapons, which we'll see in a second, making for an incredible battle pass lineup. But there's loads more skins within this image that'll be coming to the item shop separately. Some people are a little bit disappointed they aren't in the battle pass, but not everyone can be included, as we've got Bart, who keeps his original character size rather than getting super long legs and arms to fit into a Fortnite skin. He's got a mech suit on, just like Rick and Morty, and will no doubt be up to some mischief. If you take a close look at Bart's mecha arm, you can see him holding the all syrup Quickie Mart Squishy. Filled with sugar, it'll probably act almost like a healing chili, where if you drink it, you'll get some shield and health and sprint around the map, being one of many of the new Simpsons items coming to the game. And the skateboard that you can just make out underneath his mech suit could be an actual new way of getting around the island, like a car or a helicopter, now a skateboard, or a built-in emote, because Bart loves to skate. And in a similar style, his sister Lisa also has like a mech armor suit on, just about spotted in the background of a key art. She's playing her infamous saxophone, which will no doubt be one of her emotes. It's expected that these two will be sold together as a bundle in the item shop, so make sure code Allier is entered right now. This season launches on November the 1st, so in a week's time, and there's plenty more item shop skins spotted, including Mo stood in front of his very own bar. Now, if you're wondering why there's a load of donuts coming out of rifts in the sky in this loading image, and one of them hitting Mo's bar, we're going to go back to Homer Simpson's TV remote. He loves sitting in front of a TV and watching loads of shows, but it's actually got a rift crystal embedded in the bottom, and it's basically a junk rift, but rather than different junk items coming from the sky, you'll be able to call in donuts that will slam down on players or builds, causing tons of destruction. Scratchy the cat can be seen in a car sat next to Toon Meowscles. There's a fictional character from the Itchy and Scratchy show, which is based on Tom and Jerry within The Simpsons, and the iconic Krusty the Clown with his bright colors and clown face paint sat under the Birdie Mall. As we've also got a look at the entire map, and the secrets it holds are crazy. We're about to take a closer look at it and all the locations that will be arriving, but there's also going to be free rewards as we transition from the end of chapter 6 into the start of this Simpsons season. Next week on November the 1st, we can see one of the rewards on the key art actually being used, gliding in with the default Jonesy skin. This is the Kang and Kodos glider. Right now, if you jump into a game of Fortnite, there's a 5% chance that you'll see this UFO flying around the battle bus in preparation for this live event and the start of the Simpsons season. And if you attend the live event, you'll be given the glider for free, so do not miss out, and make sure you're subscribed, as I'll be live streaming it here on my channel next week. Taking a closer look at the leaked map, this is where things get even crazier. The most obvious one that I spotted right away is obviously the nuclear power station. This is where Homer works. It's one of the biggest POIs on the new island. It lines up exactly where Steamy Stacks was on Chapter 2 Island, which also originally had a donut placed into one of the offices as a nod to The Simpsons all the way back in Chapter 2. Right in the center of the island, we can actually see The Simpsons town square, and in the middle, you'll also be able to see a little outline of the statue of Jebediah. This map's going to be filled with Simpsons Easter eggs. On the right side of a giant garden is Mr. Burns' estate. This guy is super rich. His house alone is bigger than most of the town. And it would not be a Simpsons map if it didn't include Evergreen Terrace, the name of the Simpsons home. You can see a little collection of houses over on the left-hand side. And for the first time ever, the entire map will be cell shaded to match the art style of The Simpsons, making for a completely original, brand new Battle Royale map. People are a little concerned because this size almost looks more equivalent to a reload map, but it's not. It's Battle Royale. It definitely doesn't look as big as a normal map, but it just means more action. If there's a chance you're not feeling The Simpsons, Chapter 7 will only be a month away. We'll be getting yet another live event, transitioning us from the end of this Simpsons season at the end of November into the world of Chapter 7 as Fortnite are continuing to cook people. Companions is something I've talked about many times. With the launch of every new chapter, a big new feature comes to the game, and this time it's brand new cosmetics as literal pets. Santa's little helper, the dog from The Simpsons, Snowball the cat, and maybe even Plopper the pig from The Simpsons movie. But just the start of a Simpsons-specific companion crossovers. And it looks like the first companion is already being teased. Hidden right now within the LEGO Brick Life mode, you can go underneath the boardwalk where you'll find Bobo the teddy bear from the show, and you can literally pick it up and cuddle it, giving us yet another hint as to what's coming in the future of Fortnite. And these companions can be put on your back, run alongside you in game. They'll make sounds, they'll interact with you, and they can be seen by you and your teammates, but not the enemies. We also know you'll be able to revive your companion. You'll be able to move their position around as if they're like a hired NPC. They can help you mark loot and chests around you, which sounds a little bit pay to win, and you can even nickname them. And leakers are saying that the event will transition us into Chapter 7 could be the biggest one ever, being fully storyline focused. The Fortnite story seems to have been left in the back for many years now by Fortnite. They're going to be getting back into it with no crossovers, fully original Fortnite storyline event. But what will the theme be and what kind of skins are we going to get? I'll show you that in a second, but throughout Chapter 7, there's tons of awesome things that Fortnite will be bringing to the game to make sure it's a banger after a very slow end to Chapter 6. Live event concerts will be returning in Chapter 7 for the first time since Ariana Grande's Rift Tour, which is all the way back in Chapter 2 now, being their own mid-season events and not tied in some small way to another live event that's happening. They'll be their own dedicated thing. Talking about the storyline, it's rumored that the Seven will return, some of the main characters created by Donald Mustard, tying the whole Fortnite story together. And although you may have forgotten about the LEGO mode, one of the biggest LEGO brands is Ninjago. With the launch of Chapter 7, the LEGO Battle Pass is rumored to be Ninjago themed. Every element of Fortnite is going to be ramping up with the start of Chapter 7. And another new cosmetic feature, which will apparently include hats and jackets, so maybe you'd be able to buy my own Allier hat separate from my icon skin soon in the item shop, all planned during the release of Chapter 7. But what's the theme gonna be? What are we gonna be jumping into after The Simpsons? Well, it's believed to be gala themed. Take a look at some of the skins on screen here. Very elegant, very dramatic, very posh, very smart. These skins remind me a lot of some of the Chapter 5 bosses we got, which are some of my favorite bosses and one of my favorite chapters of all time. And there will be multiple new bosses, multiple new mythics, with rumors of a James Bond collaboration dropping during the season as well. With it being this theme and 007 coming together, it makes a lot of sense. Within a new chapter is always one of the biggest and most exciting times of the year, Winterfest. Fortnite now know how important it is to go to that cabin, open up a present every single day, and last year we saw the biggest amount of free rewards, most incredible lineup of original and collaboration winter skins all coming together. We got the return of Renegade Raider and the Aerial Assault Trooper and Skibbity Toilet. Fortnite went all out last Christmas, and considering how big, crazy, and huge Fortnitemares 2025 has been, it's safe to say that this Winterfest will blow everything out the water. And with Disney actually owning a part of Epic Games, and we're still waiting for the Disney dedicated mode to launch within Fortnite, characters like Frozen, Olaf, and more would create an absolutely peak Winterfest 2025 experience. And if there's one thing I've ever learnt about Fortnite dying, it's that actually in the background, they're just cooking up some of the biggest updates we've ever seen, and this video right here proves it. Whilst we wait for everything to arrive, I used a load of cheats in Fortnite. I'm not kidding. Click on screen here to see what it's like to cheat in Fortnite's biggest maps. And as always, don't forget to have code Allier in the item shop. I'll see you on another video.